What up, guys? My name is the Color, and welcome to Let's Watch a Death Battle Ragna, the Blood Edge from Blaze Blue versus Soul Badguy. I have very little knowledge with Ragna, and I know nothing about Soul. With Ragna, I know more about. I know that Ragna has the highest bounty in Blaze Blue history. I know that Ragna has the power of the Azure Grimoire. But I'm gonna let the analysis tell me. Let's do this. Oh, there it is. I just now learned that I could react.
No anime tough guy trope is complete unless he has outrageous spiky hair, a sword that's clearly compensating for something, and belts. Lots and lots of belts. Ragna, the Blood Edge. And Soul Badguy, the flame of corruption. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Nearly a century ago, humanity was hunted to near extinction by the fearsome Black Beast.
The Black Beast.
6 brave heroes slayed the monster and saved mankind. The remains of humanity was reorganized under an oppressive government until one man decided to rise up. Ragna, the Blood Edge.
I find it kind of weird how that he has two different eye colors. How one of them is red. How one of them's red and one of them is green.
I'd actually go with gruesome. As a young child, he and his siblings were confined in an experimental facility as lab rats.
Oh, wow, poor Ragna.
No one knows.
Poor Ragna.
They were rescued by a talking cat named Jubei, who also happened to be the most feared warrior on the planet. However, things took a darker turn when Ragna's sister Saya grew very sick. With what? Sickness? No one knows. Ragna took Saya under his wing, but their younger brother Jin was irritated that Ragna was not spending more time with him.
I can see this.
He decided the only solution was to murder his brother. Oh yeah.
Oh, I've seen this. I saw this on Blaze Blue. I've seen up to like 5 episodes of Blaze Blue. I can see why Jim would do this. I could see why Jim would do this. Because, well, Ragna neglected him for his sister, so he...
Surprisingly still conscious and apparently an expert.
So that's how he got his second eye.
Instantly recognized his new appendage as an Azure Grimoire, a piece of the Black Beast which Ragna can use to manipulate.
The Azure Grimoire is a piece of the Black Beast?
Energy left behind by the Black Beast all over the world. Like magic. Well, no, magic is totally different. But it lets him do magic type stuff. Yes. Okay. Well, after missing out on the maiming and resurrection of Ragna, Jubei the cat ninja returned and decided to teach him the ways of combat. Where the hell was he before? No one knows. Probably
I've seen this part.
Someone's furniture or pissing in their shoes. Through his training, Ragna's control over Seether became practically unmatched. He can form various parts of the Black Beast in combat, transform his own arm into razor-sharp claws, or drain the soul of his foe through his strikes. But if he needs more power, more defense, and more soul-sucking, he can crank these up to 11 with his Blood Cane form. Upon completing his training, Jubei bestowed upon him
the Blood Cane form.
A deadly blade called Blood Sight.
Whoa, Blood Sight.
Can extend for stabbing strikes, and like the Azure Grimoire, slowly drains the souls of its victims upon contact. And before you point out that it's clearly a sword, not a scythe, it can do this.
Oh, it can turn into a scythe. I gotta play that game. I gotta play that Blaze Blue game. The only problem is I don't know how to find it. I don't know how to find it. Hey, it's Chaka.
Whatever their currency is. No one knows. And
$90 billion, or whatever.
With no attempt to disguise himself whatsoever. Probably because nobody wants to piss him off.
Because if someone does, they're getting slashed in half.
Has survived multiple impalings through the chest, took out hundreds of armed officers without breaking a sweat, and obliterated an entire street with a single one-hand sword strike. Ragna is referred to by some as the most powerful man in the world, but he's also known as a risk-taker with a short temper. And despite being trained by the most dangerous kitty cat in the world, Ragna is obviously nowhere near Jubei's level of skill, who terrifies even the deadliest villains of the series. But after all was said and done, Jubei left Ragna with a dire warning. Never think of the Azure Grimoire as your own. Which is kind of bullshit. I mean, it's attached to him, so I'm pretty sure he's got dibs. Well,
Not true, Boomstick. Not true.
It can transform him into the Black Beast itself. In fact, Ragna was the original Black Beast, sent back in time after falling into a magic cauldron. The two were somehow separated and did battle
Wait,
in the
Ragna
past.
was the
These
Ragna
events
was
repeat
the
themselves
Black
in a
Beast?
100-year time loop until this chick saved Ragna from falling into that cauldron, stopping the Black Beast from appearing in the past in the first place. But if the Black Beast never went back in time, then it would never have created Seether, and everything in BlazBlue shouldn't exist
Also,
as we know it.
if
So how?
if the Black Beast had never went back in time, it would not only have not created Seether, but it also would not have created the Azure Grimoire.
It's really starting to piss me off.
But it also would not have created the Azure Grimoire.
Way back in the year 2010,
Which means
the
Ragna
discovery of
would
magic
pretty
forever
much would
changed
be
the course of
dead.
human history. Traditional technology was eliminated for newer, environmentally friendly methods. And after improving the planet, a certain world superpower sought to improve mankind itself. Oh, hey, another super soldier project. Let me guess, they injected this guy with some serum and it didn't really work out the way they wanted, but now he's a badass. Replace serum with magic and close enough. This man would emerge as the feared bounty hunter, Soul Badguy. So he's clearly the bad guy. Actually, he's the main hero of the story. Before Soul's transformation, he was known as Frederick, a scientist tasked with leading the Super Soldier Project alongside his love interest.
Hey, his favorite band's
But
Queen?
whether
Wow.
he intended to or not, Frederick would become the prototype of this new super race, the Gears. But is he guilty? Oh, hell yeah. He was responsible for Arya's death, and then her next death when she was resurrected into this thing. Oh, wasn't expecting her to look like that, but not as much as I wasn't expecting the blue robo penis. Who even does that? She was likely created as a giant FU to poor Soul by that man. Which man? That man. I only see Soul Badguy. No, it's that man. It's just you and me here, Wiz. Listen, the villain is that man. Soul Badguy's the hero and the villain? No, he's another character. Just pretend Soul Badguy's not there. You mean he's invisible? When this person was born into the world, his parents looked at this child and decided they would name him that man. Who were they looking at, Wiz? His name is T-H-A-T space M-A-N. Well, F-U-C-K space Y-O-U. I'm out.
Sometime later? Wow.
Looked at the internet and discovered that his actual name is that man. I apologize for earlier. Let's move on. Soul had to maintain a human appearance to disguise his true gear form. So he developed a special limiter headpiece to keep his own power at bay. If that thing comes off, say goodbye to whoever recently pissed him off. As a gear, Soul's aging was slow to a near halt, allowing him more than enough time to develop his own fighting style. Well, whatever fighting style lets you punch fire, that's the one I want to learn. Soul's volcanic viper and Fafnir punches are flame-enhanced strikes, while his riot stomp flies in with a fearsome kick. And because this is anime, Soul can trigger his second form, the Dragon Install. The Dragon Install allows Soul to safely tap into a fraction of his full gear power, boosting his strength, speed, and healing ability. The drawback, he can only sustain this power for so long, and afterward, he's left vulnerable. As Soul wandered the Earth, that man began a plan for world domination using an army of gears. In response, Soul put together a gear-obliterating super weapon called Outrage, which looks like the world's most complicated can opener. Or next-gen Bop It. Turns out, it was so powerful, nobody could wield it, not even Soul. So he had to split it apart into 8 pieces just to make it usable. Naturally, Eventually, he took the best piece for himself, the flame-enhanced fire seal. I want a fire seal, that'd be fucking sweet. Try and eat me now, Orca Whale. Fire seal. Using fire seal to its full potential,
It's not that.
Soul
It's not like.
defeated Batman's
It's not
forces
that
twice
type of
over.
fire steel
Then he
broomstick.
decided to upgrade the shit out of it with the Junkyard Dog Mark III casing. But this is hardly the full extent of Soul's power. He once survived the backyard, an alternate dimension which would annihilate the soul of a normal man. And by removing his headband, he can access his full unrestrained potential. Like when he shot a laser out of his sword to incinerate an inhuman gear the size of Mount Everest. And once he went back in time and witnessed his past self get murdered, which should have erased him for the present a la Marty McFly. But he didn't like that idea very much, so he just did it. After Blaze Blue, nothing is too bizarre for me anymore. Soul is
Wow.
powerful, but fears his full potential. He's also pretty lazy. His favorite strategy is always whichever is the least strenuous. This lack of extra effort can sometimes leave him underestimating his opponent. But the second he starts trying, few can stand in his way.
Alrighty.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all. It's time for a death battle!
Alright. Thank you all so much for this video, and if you liked it, slap that like button in the face. Like our bros, and if it's on your arm, thank you guys, and I will see all you bros and bosses in the next video, bosses.